Prabhupada.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitya Gaura Hari Bol.
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्रील
Jai,
प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु
Jai,
महाराज की जय।
Jai,
वीरेंद्रराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय।
Jai,
शिव गुण कृष्णदास प्रभु जी की
Jai.
जय। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all devotees once again for joining our Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading morning session in English. Hare Krishna. So yesterday we have completed up to verse number 17 of chapter 1, Canto 9, which we started 2-3 days back. So 18th start, we will start from today verse. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Dado Jayamudire. Nashtaprayeshu Vadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Ruttama Sloge Bhaktar Bhavati Nashtaki. Mukam Karodi Vachalam Bhagum Lange Degirim Yat Kurvadamaham Mande Paramanandamadavam. Sri Gurum Dinadarinam Sri Chaitanyamishwaram Omajnanidmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chachurumilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamahyam Dadanti Sapadandiyam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Udavadagamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajadam Sahana Raghunadanyidam Dam Sajivam Sadvaidam Savadudam Varjanasikitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahana Lilada Sri Vishakanyidamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopecha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptakanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निधि नामिनि नमस्ते सारस्वते देव गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी वाचाद्यदेवेशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जगदाचार्य वदाय निताय गुरुपदाय गौरगदा दामदाय नगर पितामदाय गदा साधु गुरु महाराज की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। महाराज की जय। Hare Krishna. Welcome once more, all devotees. Hare Krishna. So, today to start with verse number 18. Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhuji, I will read some slokas. First one,
Yes, Prabhuji, please. Yes.
small purport. So, I will read first, or will continue, Prabhuji?
We'll continue also, Prabhu. 21.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Verse number 18. यूयं ब्रह्मविदो युक्तास्तपसा दग्धकिल्बिषाः कुत सङ्कल्पश वैषम्यमनिरुद्धम् वैषम्यमनिरुद्धं विबुधेष्विह यूयं ब्रह्मविदो युक्तास्तपसा गद्गदागिल्बिषाः कुद सङ्कल्प वैषम्यमनिरुद्धं विबुधेषि वा। Hare Krishna. Translation. purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. You are all self-controlled, well-balanced in mind, and aware of the absolute truth. And because of austerities and penances, you are completely cleansed of all material contamination. Your words, like those of the demigods, are never baffled. Then how is it possible that your determination has failed? Translation once more. You are all self-controlled, well-balanced in mind, and aware of the absolute truth. And because of austerities and penances, you are completely cleansed of all material contamination. Your words, like those of the demigods, are never baffled. Then how is it possible that your determination has failed? Puppet. We have learned from many Vedic literatures that a benediction of or curse given by the demigods never proves uh, never proves false.
False.
By performing austerities and penances, by controlling the senses and mind, and by achieving full knowledge of the absolute truth, one is fully cleansed of material contamination. Then one's words and blessings, like those of the demigods, are never a failure. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thanks
Krishna.
for doing first two
Yes,
words. Or
Prabhuji.
I will continue.
We'll actually there is no purport, Prabhu, for at least up to another 10:35 up to 35. So quickly
Oh.
we'll see that context of this one. Then we can actually proceed to the further. Is it okay, Prabhu, like that?
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So last class also we discussed about this. This canto is very, very important canto, because here we can see, Prabhu, here this is giving about the Surya Vamsa and Chandra Vamsa. It's both lineages given here. The descendants of Surya Vamsa is given, the Sun dynasty, and also the descendants of Moon dynasty is given. So here only we can see all the great personality, like we can see in this canto, Ambarish Maharaj is there, appearance of Lord Parashuram, appearance of Lord Ram, and also the appearance of Lord Krishna. So everything is like before 10th canto begins, appearance of Lord Krishna itself, the preview is given the end of the 9th canto. From 10th canto, of course, the birth of Lord Krishna, the activities of Krishna at the childhood stage, like that Kaumara stage, like that it is proceeding further. So here, this chapter, how King Sudyumna becomes a woman, this is we can see about actually from the previous canto. If you see, Parishit Maharaj is asking about the lineage of the Vaivasvata Manu, because he want to know about what happened during this lineage, Vaivasvata Manu. In that Vaivasvata Manu lineage, you can see whatever we read here. This is from 8th verse to 22 verse is about discussing about birth of Ila and how her transformation to Sudyumna. So that is the context of what we are reading now. Now we are the 18th verse. We can see here from Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Lord Brahma is born. We know that from Garbhodakshay Vishnu, three Purusha avatars are there. Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Karanadakshay Vishnu, and Shiradakshay Vishnu. Okay, Shiradakshay Vishnu is our Paramatma. And we can see here from Garbhodakshay Vishnu, navel, the lotus flower comes, and there Brahma is born. So from Brahma, Marichi is born. Okay. And from Marichi, Kashyapa Muni and Aditi together, they beget Vivaswan. And Vivaswan, and with along with Samnya, they actually like Shraddha Deva, or that is all called Shraddha Deva, or is called also Vaivasvata Manu. That's what we are discussing now. Vaivasvata Manu, along with his wife, Shraddha, they have 10 sons, okay, like Ikshvaku, Nirga, Saryati, Dishta, Drishta, Karusaka, Narishanta, Prasadra, Nabaga, and Kavi. So last week I also posted this Srimad Bhagavatam family tree. So there we can refer this complete lineage. If you see the chart, we can see. So initially, what happens now? Vaivasvata Manu, he is having no sons. So in order to get a son, what he is doing? He is requesting Vashishta Muni to perform a sacrifice in order to satisfy the demigods, Mitra and Varuna. But what happens during the sacrifice? Manu's wife Shraddha, she was also observing the Payavrata. Means earlier also we saw how the Payavrata was observed by whom, Prabhu? We remember, right? Like for
Yes,
Vamana Dev, right? For
yes,
Vamana Dev.
yeah,
Yeah, same Payavrata means only subsisting on milk. So, and she begged for a daughter. The priest offered the oblations in the fire, but due to the distraction of due to a distraction in the Vrata, instead of son, a daughter was born. Manu was happy and gave her the name Ila. But still he is having a desire for a son, and still he was dissatisfied. You know, in our culture, people always expect for a son. Sometimes they get daughter, then they again they want a son, because it is said that the son, does the last rites for the father, like that. Or
father.
the king means the kingdom is handed over to the son. So normally, Manu was desiring for the son, and he did not get the son, so he was actually dissatisfied. And this verse number 17 and 18, Manu is asking Vashishta, like, because Vashishta only performing the sacrifice. So he's telling here, you are all experts in chanting mantras, because they are all like the sages, right? And well versed in the Vedas, and self-controlled also, austere and sinless. And your words are like those of Devatas, are never baffled. Then how was the result of sacrifice opposite? How did the determination fail? So he's having a doubt now. He's asking the Vashishta, how did this fail? This sacrifice fail? Hmm? Then Vashishta will be answering in the verse number 19 and 20. And like this it goes. So this is the context. Here we can see. And today's verse we can see, Prabhupada is mentioning, we have learned from many Vedic literatures that a benediction or a curse given by demigods never proves false. So whenever, a benediction, either the blessing or curse, anything given by demigods, they never prove false. It will happen as they are getting the blessing or curse. It is never proven to be false. But by performing austerities, what happens? On penances, by controlling the senses and mind, and by achieving full knowledge of the absolute truth. Absolute truth means Krishna. So austerities means tapasya, austerity, and controlling the senses and mind. One is fully cleansed of material contamination. So whatever austerity, what is the purpose of austerity? That is to purify ourselves. Krishna also says in Bhagavatam, Yajna, Dana, Tapa. One should not leave this for at any stages of life, even if you are a sannyasi. Yajna means sacrifices, Dana means charity, Tapa means austerity. So Krishna says in Bhagavatam, these three things, no human being should leave this at any stage, even if you are a Swami or a Goswami, or you are a sannyasi, or you are a grasta, or you are a brahmachari, or you are a vanaprastha, any stage of life, these three things we should not leave. And what is that? Yajna, Dana, Tapa. And Krishna is saying, why you should not leave? Because it will purify you. So that's what Prabhupada is mentioning. One is fully cleansed of material contamination. So human life is actually meant for purification. So Srila Prabhupada says the purpose of this Vedic literature is to purify the polluted aim of human beings. So we have, our aim is actually normally by default, we are having aim is to enjoy this world, economic development, sense gratification, dharma, artha, kama. This is our aim of human beings. Like they want to work, enjoy the results, enjoy sense gratification, and like this. But scriptures are saying the goal of human being should be to develop love for God. Atato Brahma Jignasa, to know God and love God. These are the two things. So the pollution means sense gratification is the pollution. And purification means to know the absolute truth and to develop love for absolute truth. So by doing this austerity, penances, or controlling the senses, like, last 5 days we had this Bhishma, 4 days we have Bhishma Panchan. And there are like 3 levels of fasting. One is subsisting only with pancha, like one day you take cow dung, like that. Second stage of fasting is you only fast either by taking fruits or roots. And then third stage is by offering like honoring Havishya, special preparation. So many devotees, they performed this Bhishma Panchak. That is why, because that will help us to control the senses. Because just only you are eating fruits and roots for 4 or 5 days, then naturally, your tongue will hanker for tasty dishes. But by that, you are controlling the senses. Austerities also, we are performing Krishna consciousness. We are chanting, and we are doing whatever austerities we are getting, rising early in the morning. And then by those things, we are achieving the full knowledge of absolute truth. And also, we are fully cleansed of material contamination. Then when somebody is in that stage, what happens? Then one's words and blessings. So whoever is having that kind of pure heart and is connected to God, then what happens is actually his words and blessings will never fail. That's why elderly people also we take blessings from them, because when you bless somebody from your heart, that will actually give the full benedictions. And people who are actually tapasya, when the sadhu comes, we all offer our dandavats and we try to take his blessings. Why? Because when they will bless that Krishna Mati Rastu, always you remember Krishna, that will happen. So that will have a never failure like that actually. Now, Manu is asking Vashishta that you are such a pure soul and you are like, how come whatever you said did not happen? Now, coming following verses, there will be no purport. We can continue till we get the purport. And now,
one thing, each person will read 3 together.
yes,
So
yes. After 10:30, we will go.
Yeah.
Which one will read 3, and then we can see now. I will say the context is now Vashishta. He will start to reply. Understood the cause, and he will explain. And now Ila becomes Sudyumna, and he changes again, male 1 month, I think female 1 month, like that. This all goes up to Sudyumna becomes female and regains his maleness, 23 to 42. So we can recite verses as Prabhuji said, 3 verses each, and then we'll see like overall, like whatever we understood, we can discuss at the end. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah. 19, 20, 21.
19, na, Prabhuji?
Yes, madam. 19, 20, and 21. 3 verses.
Okay,
Son will read 3 verses.
Yeah. Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, Chapter 1, Shloka number 19. Nishamya tadvachastasya Bhagavan prapitamaha Hoturvyatikramam gnatva bhashase ravinandanam Nishamya tadvachastasya Bhagavan prapitamaha Hoturvyatikramam gnatva bhashase ravinandanam. Translation. The most powerful great-grandfather Vasishtha, after hearing these words of Manu, understood the discrepancy on the part of the priest. Thus he spoke as follows to the son of the sun god. Translation once again. The most powerful great grandfather Vasishtha, after hearing these words of Manu, understood the discrepancy on the part of the priest. Thus he spoke as follows to the son of the sun god. Sloka number 20. Etat sankalpa vaishamyam hotuste vyabhicharataha tadapi sadayushyete suprajastvam swatejasa etat sankalpa vaishamyam होतुस्ते व्यभिचारतः तदापि सदा युष्येते सुप्रजास्त्वं स्वतेजसा. Translation. This discrepancy in the objective is due to your past deviation from the original purpose. However, by my own prowess, I shall give you a good son. Translation once again. This discrepancy in the objective is due to your pieced deviation from the original purpose. However, by my own prowess, I shall give you a good son. श्लोक नंबर 21. एवं व्यवसितो राजन् भगवान् स महायशः असौषिद् आदिपुरुषमिलायः पुष्ट्वा काम्या. एवं व्यवसितो राजन् भगवान् स महायशः अस्तौषिद् आदिपुरुषमिलायः पुष्ट्वा काम्याय. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami said, O King Parikshit, after the most famous and powerful Vasishtha made this decision, he offered prayers to the Supreme Person Vishnu to transform Ila into a male. Translation once again. Sukadeva Goswami said, O King Parikshit, after the most famous and powerful Vasishtha made this decision, he offered prayers to the Supreme Person Vishnu to transform Ila into a male. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, next volunteer can read 3 verses 22, 23, 24. Are വായിക്കുന്നത് next who want to
Hare
read?
Krishna Prabhuji. Can I read?
Yes, please.
Srimad Bhagavatam 9.1.22 translation. Okay. Tasmai kamavaram tushto bhagavan harir ishvaraha dada vilabhavatena sudyumnaha purusharshabha. Tasmai kamavaram tushto bhagavan harir ishvaraha dada vilabhavatena sudyumnaha purusharshabha. Translation by His Divine Grace Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Controller, being pleased with Vasishtha, gave him the benediction he desired. Thus Ila was transformed into a very fine male named Sudyumna. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.1.23 to 24. Sa ekada maharaja vicharan mrigayam vane vritaha katipaya matyair Ashvam aruhya saindhavam pragruhya ruchiram chapam sharamshcha paramadbhutan damsito numbrigam viro jagamadisham uttaram sa ekada maharaja vicharan mrigayam vane vritaha katipaya matyair ashvam aruhya saindhavam प्रगृह्यारुचिरं चापं सारांश्च परमाद्भुतान् दंशितो नुमृगं वीरो जगामादिशम् उत्तराम्. Translation. O King Parikshit, that hero Sudyumna, accompanied by a few ministers and associates, and riding on a horse brought from Sindhu Pradesha, once went into the forest to hunt. He wore armor and was decorated with bows and arrows, and he was very beautiful. While following the animals and killing them, he reached the northern part of the forest. Translation once again. O King Parikshit, that hero Sudyumna, accompanied by a few ministers and associates, and riding on a horse brought from Sindhu Pradesha, once went into the forest to hunt. He wore armor and was decorated with bows and arrows, and he was very beautiful. While following the animals and killing them, he reached the northern part of the forest. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Manaji, read 25 also. 2 verses.
Okay,
to-
Prabhuji.
so,
Hare
yeah,
Krishna.
thank you.
25. Sukumaravanam मेरोर् अधस्तात् प्रविवेशः यत्रास्ति भगवान् चर्वो रममाणः सहोमया सुकुमारवनं मेरोर् अधस्तात् प्रविवेशः यत्रास्ते भगवान् चर्वो रममाणः सहोमया. Translation: There in the north, at the bottom of Mount Meru, is a forest known as Sukumara, where Lord Shiva always enjoys with Uma. Sudyumna entered that forest. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, we read it.
Prabhuji, shall I continue? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, 26, 27, 28. Yeah. Indeed.
Okay. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.1.26. Tasmin pravishta evasu Sudyumna paraviraha Apasyat striyam atmanam Ashvam cha vadhavam nripa Tasmin pravishta evasu Sudyumna paraviraha Apasyat striyam atmanam Ashvam cha vadhavam nripa. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O King Parikshit, Asuna Sudyumna, who was expert in subduing enemies and entered the forest, he saw himself transformed into a female and his horse transformed into a mare. Translation once again. O King Parikshit, Asuna Sudyumna, who was expert in subduing enemies, entered the forest. He saw himself transformed into a female and his horse transformed into a mare. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.1.27. Tada tat anuga sarve atmalinga viparyayam drishtva vimanaso abuvan vikshamana parasparam. Tada tat anuga sarve atmalinga viparyayam drishtva vimanaso abuvan Viksham Manaha Parasparam. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When his followers also saw their identities transformed and their sex reversed, they were all very morose and just looked at one another. Translation once again. When his followers also saw their identities transformed and their sex reversed, they were all very morose and just looked at one another. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.1.28. Shri Rajovaja Katam Evam Gunam Deshaha Kena va Bhagavan Kritaha Prashnam Enam Samachakshva Param Kautuhalam Hitnaha. Shri Rajovaja Katam Evam Gunam Deshaha Kena va Bhagavan Kritaha Prashnam enam samaksh swa param kautuhalam hinaha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaja Parikshit said, O most powerful Brahmana, why was this place so empowered and who made it so powerful? Kindly answer this question, for I am very eager to hear about this. Translation once again. Maharaja Parikshit said, O most powerful Brahmana, why was this place so empowered and who made it so powerful? Kindly answer this question, for I am very eager to hear about this. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Manoj. Okay, next who want to read?
Can I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Parvati, sure.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
29, 30, 31.
Sri Shuko Vacha Ekata Girisham Drishtum Rishya Tatra Suvrataha Disho Vitmira Bhasha Kurvanda Samupagaman Sri Shuko Vacha Ekata Girisham Drishtam ऋषयस्तत्र सर्वतः दिशो वितिमिति सुव्रतः दिशो मिराभाषः कुर्वन्तः समुपागमन्. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sukadeva Goswami answered, great saintly person who strictly observed the spiritual rules and regulations and whose own effulgence dissipated all the darkness of all directions, once came to see Lord Shiva in that forest. Sukadeva answered, great saintly person who strictly observed the spiritual rules and regulations and whose own effulgence dissipated all the darkness of directions or directions, once came to see Lord Shiva in that forest. Next, line 130. तन्विलोक्याम्बिका देवी विवश वृत्तिता भृशं भर्तुरङ्गात् समुपाथाय निविम् अश्वि अथ पर्यधात् तन्विलोक्याम्बिका देवी विवास विवास वृद्धिता भृशं भर्तुरङ्गत् समुपात्याय निविम् अश्वि अथ पर्यधात्. Translation. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the goddess Ambika saw the great saintly person, she was very much ashamed because at that time she was naked. She immediately got up from the lap of her husband and tried to cover her bust. Next, Prabhu.
Read once more, Prabhuji. So we'll...
When the goddess Ambika
Thank you,
saw
Prabhu.
the great saintly person, she was very much ashamed because at that time she was naked. She immediately got up from the lap of her husband and tried to cover her bust. Hare Krishna. Line 131. ऋषयो अपि तयो वीक्ष्य प्रसङ्गां रममाङ्गनयो निवृत्तः प्रयासस्तस्मान् नरनारायणाश्रमं ऋषयो अपि तयो वीक्ष्य प्रसङ्गां रममाङ्गनयो निवृत्तः प्रयासस्तस्मान् नरनारायणाश्रमं. Translation. Seeing Lord Shiva and Parvati engaged in sexual affairs, all the great saintly person immediately desisted from going further and departed for the ashrama of Naranarayana. Seeing the Lord Shiva and Parvati engaged in sexual affairs, all the great saintly persons immediately desisted from going further and departed for ashrama of Naranarayana. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, read the next one also, no purport. So
Okay.
we'll read after that.
One more. Okay.
Yeah, 32.
32. Tatidam Bhagavan aha priyaya priya kamyayaham stanamya pravishet eta savayyoshit bhavetitihi. Tatidam Bhagavan aha priyaya priya kamaya stanamya pravishet eta savayyoshit bhavetitihi. Translation. Thereupon, just to please his wife, Lord Shiva said, any male entering this place shall immediately become a female. Thereupon, just to please his wife, Lord Shiva said, any male entering this place shall immediately become a female. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Shona Prabhuji, we will have a brief this thing or after next with the
If you
purpose.
want, Prabhu, if you want, we can just discuss.
Yeah,
This
just
how Sudyumna becomes a female. So how he is going to this forest of Sukumara for hunting. So there he suddenly getting transformed himself into a female. Also his horse also transformed into a male. And
yes.
also his all followers also, their genders also change. So everybody gets confused how we are entering this forest and how we are changing. So when Sukadeva Goswami is saying about this, speaking this to Parishit Maharaj, immediately Parishit Maharaj became very inquisitive. Then he is saying, Parishit Maharaj is asking a question in verse number 28, like, why is that Sukumara forest so empowered? And what is the reason? Who made this forest like this? Who made it very powerful? So that question I am very, very eager to hear. Like that, Parishit Maharaj immediately is interfering. Sukadeva Goswami asks, I want to know about this Sukumara forest, how it became very powerful and who made it so powerful that anybody enters, the gender itself will change. Then and I am very eager to hear like that, Parishit Maharaj is asking. And then for the question of Maharaj Parishit, then Sukadeva Goswami is actually replying that story of the Sukumara forest, how Lord Shiva and Mother Ambika, no, was like wife of Lord Shiva. They were like very intimate, and that time all these sages entered the forest, and in order to avoid the embarrassment, then and to please his wife, Lord Shiva said that from now onwards, any male will enter this, he will become automatically a female. That's how the Sukumara forest has that power that any male entering this forest will automatically become a female. So with that, we have any male entering this place. In order to please his wife, Lord Shiva said, any male entering this place shall immediately become a female. So this is the story of Sukumara's forest and how it is having this transformation. So it was empowered by Lord Shiva like that. So I think it's okay, no problem. We'll go to the
Yeah. Okay. So we'll read verse number 33, which is with the purport.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Hare Krishna.
Somebody want to read, or I will continue? 9:133. Okay, I will read. Hare Krishna. Tada urdhvam vanam tat vai purusha varjayandihi sa chanu chara samyukta vichachara vanodvanam tada urdhvam vanam tat vai purusha varjayandihi sa chanu chara samyukta vichachara vanadvanam. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Abhayacharana Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Since that time, no male had entered the forest. But now King Sudyumna, having been transformed into a female, began to walk with his associates from one forest to another. Translation once more. Since that time, no male had entered that forest. But now King Sudyumna, having been transformed into a female, began to walk with his associates from one forest to another. Purport. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. In Bhagavad Gita 2.22, it is said, Vasamsi jirnani yada vihaya navani grihnadi narobadani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyani yamani dehi. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. The body is just like a dress, and this is proved. Sudyumna and his associates were all male, which means that their souls were covered by male dress, but now they became female, which means that their dress was changed. The soul, however, remains the same. It is said that by modern medical treatment, a male can be transformed into a female and a female into a male. The body, however, has no connection with the soul. The body can be changed either in this life or the next. Therefore, one who has knowledge of the soul and how the soul transmigrates from one body to another does not pay attention to the body, which is nothing but a covering dress. Pandita Samadarshina. Such a person sees the soul, which is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, he is a Samadarshi, a learned person. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
So
you.
here Sukadeva Goswami is actually continuing. That since that time, no male has entered that forest. That means when Lord Shiva's, given that like anybody entering this forest, they'll become into a female. So from that time, no male has entered the forest. But now when King Sudyumna entered, so that's why he became transformed into a female. And then they started walking with his associates from one forest to another. This is in the Sukumara forest. So Prabhupada actually is quoting the very famous verse of Bhagavad Gita, Vasamsi jirnani yata vihaya navani grunati roparani tata sharirani vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani dehi. new. Navani Dehi means new body. So, a very, very important verse in Bhagavad Gita, like Dehinos Minyata Dehi Kaumara Mevanam Jara Tata Dehantara Prapti Dhiras Chattana Muhyati. So, Lord Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita that we are not this material bodies, but we are eternal spirit souls. And now we all have a day-to-day experience, like when we are wearing a new dress. We are wearing a new dress actually, and we are no old dress, we are normally throwing it out, right? So like this, the soul is accepting new material bodies, giving up the old and useless ones. So that means the soul never dies. When we die, only the body dies, and the soul will take up another body in the next life. And the next life, maybe it is a male body or a female body also. And Prabhupada is writing, the body is just like a dress. Sometimes it is said that like when people are doing charity work, lot of material charity, Prabhupada is giving an example, like somebody is drowning, somebody by mistake he fell into the river and is drowning. So the people who are, in the bank of the river, the one person jumped and he just rescued the dress of this person, and the person really has gone into drowning. So that does not make any value. Like that, if you are doing kind of material charity, it is like only doing some service to the body. But the soul, actually, we are not doing any helping the soul. So rescuing a drowning person's shirt is same like doing kind of any material. Sometimes people say Manava Seva is Madhava Seva. Manava Seva means doing service to the humanity. But that should be in the spiritual platform. Otherwise, it is just like rescuing the dress of a person. But if you give along with that spiritual knowledge, then we are actually saving the soul. The real person is the soul, spirit soul. Because without the spirit soul, the body is considered to be a dead matter. So that's why Prabhupada is writing the body is just like a dress. And here this is proved. Sudyumna and his associates were all male. We all know that. Which means their souls were covered by male dress. But now they became female, which means that their dress was changed. So this lifetime he may be male, next lifetime he became a female. So according to the dress, sometimes our functions also change. And those who are female, they become male. And it is also said, like the person who is too much attached to his wife, he takes a female body. And the wife who is too much attached to husband, she takes a male body in the next life because of the attachment. So any birth we can take in next life. The soul, however, remains the same. But the soul is same. Even though the dress is different, the soul is same. It is said that by modern medical treatment, a male can be transformed into a female and female into a male. So Prabhupada written this almost 50 years before. More than 50 years before. That time itself Prabhupada is writing. Modern medical treatment male. Now it is very prevalent. There are many countries have this option to change the sex. You can go for special treatment and they change their sex actually. So that time itself Prabhupada foresee and he has written, my modern medical, it is said that my modern medical treatment, a male can become transformed into female and female into male. So that is possible by medical treatment also. The body, however, has no connection with the soul. The body can be changed either in this life or next. In this life means through medical treatment, or next life based on our desires. Therefore, one who has knowledge of the soul and how the soul transmigrates from one body to another does not pay attention to the body. This is called spiritual science. So Bhagavad Gita gives the spiritual knowledge. One is called as Paravidya and is called as Aparavidya. One is material knowledge and one is spiritual knowledge. Material knowledge gives us only like how we can live in this world, comfort, for shelter, for food, like that, how to earn a living here. But spiritual knowledge gives about that we are not this body, we are spirit soul. We are actually eternal. When we die, we don't die. Actually, only the body dies and the soul is accepting another body. And what is our relationship with God? What is the purpose of human life? And all those things, it is given by Paravidya, means higher knowledge, supreme science. So, this is very, very important. Krishna also says this knowledge is Rajavidya. 9th chapter, Krishna says Rajavidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram, it is pure. Idam Uttamam, Pratyavakshagamam, Susukam Kartam Avyayam. It is very joyfully performed. And it is a supreme secret. And it is a king of all knowledge. what is the king of all knowledge? The spiritual knowledge is actually considered to be the supreme, because it can end you from the cycle of birth and death, and you will no more take any material body. Once for all your problems are solved. And when you are practicing this bhakti process, susukam, devotional service, it is blissful. It makes you happy. So that's why Prabhupada says, chant and be happy. When we are chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, naturally we will see our heart gets purified. When our heart gets purified, normally we experience, after purification, we experience peace and pleasure. So chanting, they say, it goes through 3 stages, 3 P's. First is purification. Second P is actually peace of mind. And third P is you experience pleasure within yourself. Ramante yogino anante sachidananda chidatmane. Means the yogis, they experience pleasure within. So that spiritual pleasure we can experience when you are developing in, progressing in Krishna consciousness within ourselves, without any external dependency. So the person who has this knowledge and the transmigration of the sun, he does not give more importance to the body. As much as we want to keep our body in a healthy way, he will just actually, that much he will take care. It is not that he will ignore the bodily this thing, but whatever required to keep the body and soul together in a healthy way, he will take care. Medium amount of eating, whatever required amount of rest, sleeping, and all those things. Because the body is nothing more than a covering dress. Pandita Samadarshina. So one who does not have this knowledge, they think, just if you serve people, just give them food, clothing, shelter, they think it is good. But actually they are only addressing the dress, but not the real person. And you know that famous sloka where Krishna says, Vidyavane sampanne brahmini kavyastini sunicheva sapakecha pandita samadarshina. Pandita means a learned person. Who is a learned person? Who can see the spirit soul within, whether it is an animal or it is a human, or within everybody, he will see the soul only. He will not see the external covering. That person is called Pandita Samadarshana. He sees equally, because with the bodily aspect, if you see, you will see the differences. Somebody is black, somebody is white, somebody is fair, somebody is ugly, somebody is rich, somebody is poor, somebody is born in a higher caste, somebody is born in a lower caste. So material vision, definitely there will be a difference when you see, oh, this person is from a higher caste, or this person is from a lower caste, or this person is from a very wealthy family, or this person is from America, this person is from Africa, based on country, birth, language, caste, creed, religion. But Pandita, he will not see externally. He will see that this is also a soul. This is also a soul. That's why Prabhupada, when he preached, he did not only preach in America. Prabhupada went to Africa also. In Africa also, he established Krishna consciousness throughout African countries. All temples are there, because Prabhupada did not see this only, I will give this to these people. No. Black or white, everybody is a soul. Everybody needs the knowledge of Krishna consciousness. So he traveled all around the world. Of course, in the Middle East, he did not come because here it is very restricted. Here also in Middle East, he came up to Iran. He went to Iran and preached there also. But Middle East, they are very conservative. So they don't accept anything apart from their religion. So he did not come here. But Prabhupada said, anybody who will preach in the Middle East, Prabhupada said like this, preach, to these people, I will take the dust from their lotus feet and put it on my head. Like the Prabhupada himself said. So that much importance he has given. So that is actually to see everybody as a spirit soul. And now, of course, many books have been translated into Arabic also. There is one BBT Arabic version, Arabic editions. All the books, Prabhupada books are actually translated into Arabic also for the benefit. And it has been distributed in Western countries, people who are going and studying there in the university. They are interested, they are very open-minded, and they take the books. And many people are getting more knowledge about God. Pandita Samadarshana. Such a person sees the soul, which is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Mamemamso Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So, therefore, he is called a Samadarshi, a learned person. So, this is very good instruction that we have to see everybody in an equal platform, in the spiritual level. Nobody is higher, nobody is lower. On materially, there may be distinction, but spiritually, there is no distinction, whether it is a male or female or any kind of differentiation. That is called unity in diversity. Unity in diversity means materially there may be so much diverse, whether due to sex, this one, or due to language, due to greed, or something. But the unity which we are seeing is everybody is a spirit soul, and because everybody is part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of God. Mamamso Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. In that platform, if you will see, then we are considered to be as a learned person, Samadarshi, Pandita, learned person. Hare Krishna. So, any questions, any comments, or anything we need to add on this, please feel free to express.
Hare Krishna. Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
Guruji. Hare Krishna, Sudarshan Vastu Prabhuji. Sorry, Guruji, I didn't
Is there?
notice.
Sudarshan Prabhu is there?
Yes, I didn't notice by reading after that. I noticed. Anything,
Sudarshan Prabhu,
Prabhuji,
please
to
want to
add?
add something? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sudarshan Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Nanda Pranam Guruji.
Nanda Pranam Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Listening for you after at least some weeks. Hey, I was not able to join when at home when at
Welcome back,
vacation.
bro. Welcome back.
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna.
brother. Lot of travels here and there.
Hare
We're not able to log in. Probably that wonderful example given by you, like rescuing the cloth of a drowning man. Yeah, Prabhuji, this
Yes,
I had forgotten about
Prabhupada
this.
given that
Yeah,
example. Yes, sir.
yeah. Yesterday also in the Damodara RJ class, I told about the charity, biggest charity, about giving spiritual knowledge, than giving
Yeah,
food, clothes. Of course, that
yeah.
also should be the basic needs should be there. Roti kapra makan should be there. But
Along with
this
that, the spiritual knowledge.
yeah,
Yes.
yes, this did not strike in my mind. Any of this will add into my points. So this is
Yes.
for the forgotten point. Thank you, Prabhu, and
Hare
also for the
Krishna.
wonderful explanation. Yes,
Thank
Prabhu,
you
and
very much.
about just the body can be anything, can change. Even if without even medical treatment, also some people naturally hormonal changes causes.
Yeah, correct. The hormonal changes also it changes. Correct. After a
It,
certain age, actually the hormone
yeah,
changes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, how is it possible that from a female to a male, that
it
is
is
somewhat
possible, ma'am.
Is
Because
it
what
possible?
happened? You are a female because of your hormones like estrogen and all. We are male because of your androgen and all. So if you treat with that properly, body nature will change. Okay, Mataji.
In medical technology, Mataji, there is a lot of things
Medical
advancing,
technology.
no? Like a lot of things they do. Of course,
And
I think why Mataji is asking, no, of course, they cannot bear a child, even if they change the
yeah,
sex.
they cannot
That's
reproduce
what
like all the
Mataji is asking. That one
internal
cannot be
organs.
changed.
Yes,
But what is
internal
that? We
organs
can say
like
the mindset, mood, and the
yes,
temperament all will be
activities
like a
all will be
female.
like a female. Yeah,
The dressing also will be like female.
yes, and they may not
Okay.
be able to. They will not be able to reproduce.
Yeah, that is not because nobody can
Yes.
change the God's
Yes,
creation. No? Nature
yes.
is nature.
Probably even if you probably even if you crossbreed animals, like mule is there, crossbreed of horse and male horse and
Donkey.
female donkey,
Yeah.
and opposite is also there. One more is there, male donkey and female horse.
Okay.
Like lion tiger is also there, tiger lion is also there. Many are there. Some are happening naturally in the forest, and some people are causing it artificially. But
Artificial. Yeah.
such offsprings also cannot produce children.
Yes. Yeah.
They cannot.
Very good, bro. Thank you, bro. It's some information.
So it's like that. I said
Understood, bro.
the mule has got the brain of donkey and strength of horse. So
Horse.
they're in the hilly areas. They are using it for carrying
Loads.
loads. That is pretty cover kerde, Prabhu. Cover kerda. Call it. Ordinary. Like that. So it is there. So even athletes, some are caught when somebody is competing as a female.
Actually, be a
And
male.
then, even medical checks were there.
Yeah.
Either they were transgender or more onto female.
Yeah.
It is a barrier.
Because female, when they are actually like male, no, they will be able to perform more. So they will easily win the match. So
Yes.
along with that female, they are not supposed to contest.
Correct, Prabhu. And probably everybody, nobody is 100% male, nobody is 100%
that
female.
is also there.
The nature is there in both.
Yeah.
And in
Only I think that's the reproduction part. I think that they cannot do anything.
Yeah, they cannot do.
As of till today, there is no technology. Maybe whatever my
No,
understanding.
and the internal organs, Prabhu, this reproductive organs, that is very complicated. That cannot be.
Yeah, it's yes.
Very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhu, thank you so much.
Thank you,
I'm
Prabhu.
very
Prabhu.
glad that we are in the 9th canto. Oh,
Yes, very soon we will be touching
Yes, Prabhuji, I
stream
have one
of
doubt. Yeah, one not doubt means who's joined as SSD? Seeing this name first time. Somebody put the
Sadananda
short name.
Shama Das.
Sadanand.
Okay. Savan. Okay.
Thank you, Srinivasa
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
thank you,
Joining.
Prabhuji.
Right.
Thank you very much for Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you, Shona Prabhuji. Thank you very much for joining today and in your wonderful class. Hari
Thank you,
Bol.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so we'll chant 3 times Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji as well as all the devotees who are present
Devotees.
for everybody's spiritual progress. All together.
Thanks.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.